Last few games have been a bit tough. From a player's perspective, what's it been like in there, and how have you been dealing with it and responding to the results over the last couple of weeks?
No, I mean, nothing's changed in our side of things in the training camp. Everyone's still positive, but obviously the Brentford game, it was a tough ask anyway, but I thought the second half we done okay. The Swindon game, the sending off doesn't help us, and we go from there. And then Tuesday night I thought was a much better performance, but it's a results business and we didn't get a result.
How close-knit is that dressing room? Lots of players talk about the spirit that's got you through during the good times. Is that helping out now when results haven't been so good?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously we've came in today off the back of another defeat at home, but everything still remains the same. Everyone's positive and we're just looking forward to Leyton Orient on Saturday now.
That game earlier on in the season was a really good one to watch as well, and it had a dramatic result. So you kind of know a bit about them already. Are you expecting a similar open game?
Yeah, I do. I think it'll be a very close match. I mean, two good teams, they'll be right up there as well at the end of the season. And we just need to take each game as it comes and put on a good show.
With your own form then, I know it's been a bit frustrating with injuries and such now, but being back and around the squad, do you feel now you're back up and running to where you want to be at this stage?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, played the full 90 on Tuesday and I felt really good, so hopefully I can get a long run in the team now.
How difficult is it sometimes when the manager does do his, not tinkering, but he will pick certain teams for certain games? Do you have to kind of accept sometimes that you're not always going to be first choice, even when you are fit?
Yeah, well, obviously the club's most important, and whatever gets us a result on the Saturday or a Tuesday, that's down to the gaffer to do, and we just accept it as it comes because he's made quite a few brave decisions at half times of games and they've worked.
And when you see somebody like Tom Pett, who's got really loads of experience playing in the same position as you, do you look at him as competition? Do you advise one another? Do you compliment one another? How do you go about that relationship with other players who play in the same role as you?
No, we do compliment each other, and obviously it is a competition because everyone wants to play games. Doesn't matter if you're in goal, any position, everything's a competition, and we just work hard as a team, and whoever's playing on the Saturday, go get the result for the team.
You're obviously going to miss Tom Conlon. We don't know how long for yet as well, but losing your captain, but also a guy who's got that much quality about him, it always takes a little bit of time to get around, doesn't it? How much of a blow is it to lose him, even if it is only for a few games?
No, it is a big blow, obviously. Tom's been magnificent since I've signed for the club, not just as a player, as a person, and obviously he'll still be around the dressing room and stuff. But yeah, he'll be a big miss.
But I suppose in all of that, you've got players like Ben Garrity, who's having a really good season, and you must look at him and think to yourself, well, what you lose on one regard, you still get on another regard because he's still coming up with goals.
Yeah, I think Ben's been first class all season. He's just his work ethic, the way he treats every training session. He's a pleasure to work with, and he's very good.
Yeah, he's got a bit of that Scouse cheekiness about him as well. Does that help as well when you're out there on the pitch? You need a bit of G'ing up. Is he like that?
Yeah, he is. He's obviously. I say to Ben all the time, not all Scousers are the same, but he's got a bit of fight about him, and he just approaches everything with the right mentality. He's a brilliant kid.
And goals out of midfield, as you know from all your games that you've played at different clubs, are really important as well. So something like that's very valuable.
Yeah, he is very valuable. I mean, just the way he approaches games and what he does in the games as well, picking up second balls, and he can play as well. He's very good.
And just finally for you, I know a lot of people have kind of said, well, you're one of the holding midfielders. I've spoke to somebody who said he'd seen you play centre-back as well, and you weren't bad there either. So, I mean, is that versatility helpful as well? Again, when you want to try and play more games, you're more than willing to fill in anywhere you can.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I just want to play as many games as I can and help the team progress. Hopefully, the past is behind me and look forward to a good run of games.